1 month ago, a super trendy company went public. Oatly, stock ticker OTLY, a trendy marketing-driven oat milk producer. What do? Sell milk, but made for humans. It's a vegan dairy supplement focusing on milk products that is conquering the US, Asian, and European markets in a storm. Today, I'll be analyzing them and if they are a potential investment. I also have to let you know that I am a frequent buyer of Oatly products, hence the different cartons that are literally stacked in my fridge. First of all, please remember that I'm not giving financial advice. You need to understand your investments, and I'm doing this for educational and entertainment purposes only. Also, if you enjoy our content, like the videos, subscribe to our channel, and share them with your friends. And most importantly, make sure to ask us questions in the comment box below. So, let's look at the overall market. Oatly provides a very niche product, oat milk, which falls under vegan or vegetarian food products, overall placed in the consumer goods. As lead pass investors, we always look for market leaders, however specific the market area may be. So Oatly is a perfect example. Overall, this market has been increasingly growing over the past few years. It really kicked off when Netflix released Game Changers, and consumers suddenly became aware of the benefits of plant-based diets. And I'm sure you've all had those friends who have become vegan or vegetarians over the past few years. With science only approving that such plant-based products contribute to the fight against global warming, we are seeing increased demand and possible growth in this market area, which is exactly what we're looking for as lead pass investors. When we look at the competition, we can really see that we are in a monopolistic competition where it's easy to enter the market. Oatly is not the only player, and it never will be. Because to create oat milk, all you need to do is throw some oil, water, oats, maybe salt and sugar into a mixer, and there you go. There's your oat milk. But Oatly has already created key partnerships with supermarkets and coffee shops to establish themselves as the oat milk supplier to make your coffee better. Because what else do you really need milk for, right? They pursue this engagement with their consumers through aggressive marketing initiatives that are very smart and to the point. If you want some examples, just look at their milk cartons the next time you're in the supermarket. Recently, Oatly has also announced the launch of new products, including yogurts, cream, and ice cream, which only speaks to their growth in variety and development. The downside for Oatly is their pricing. On both sides of the Atlantic, there are cheaper oat milk alternatives to be found. This is where the moat comes in, though. Oatly is throwing tons of money into advertising to build a strong brand moat where consumers will choose Oatly before an alternative product. Think of Coca-Cola or Red Bull as similar brand moats. But before Oatly is anything like Red Bull or Coca-Cola, there's a long way to go. However, the good thing is that there is no clear competition in sight yet across all the operating markets Oatly is part of. On that note, they even announced that they are actively pursuing growth into the Asian market, therefore truly looking at global market leadership. All in all, the competitive analysis of Oatly is fantastic. They're operating within a very niche market that is growing in terms of consumers, where they are trying to dictate how the market will develop as the only and most influential key player. Next up in our analysis is the management. And again, there's good news. Oatly was founded by two Swedish brothers, Rickard and Björn Öste, who are still actively engaged in the board of the company. This board consists of other celebrity names like Jay-Z, Oprah Winfrey, and Starbucks founder Howard Schultz. This is not only a contributor to the hype of the stock in itself, but also delivers bottom line results as collaborations have been created with large coffee chains and supermarkets like Starbucks, Tesco, Alibaba, and Target. The CEO of the company is a man called Tony Peterson, who has also led the company since 2012 and is therefore a key contributor to their growth and recent success. They also introduce him to you on the side of their milk cartons as Employee of the Year, which is a little bit questionable, but anyways. Tony, in his letter to shareholders, first and foremost talks about the importance of ESG. Oatly really tries to do good for the environment and discloses all their practices to do so, which is fantastic, especially considering the world we live in today and the importance ESG has in it. And again, you can see the contribution that they make of every milk carton on the front of it. This is also part of Tony Peterson's big audacious goal, which is to disrupt the milk industry, one of the largest industries in the world. So that's pretty driven. Unfortunately, it takes Tony a while to start talking about the financial threats Oatly is faced with in his letter to shareholders. Although revenues have more than doubled since last year, the company is still running at a net loss. And this is not something that they expect to change soon, as future growth initiatives are being pursued to build their brand moat. For me as an investor, this is not great news, because even though I like their focus on growth, the company needs to be making money to attract more investors. An additional red flag for me is that their selling, general, and administrative expenses exceed their gross profit by nearly 30%, which means that they really need to tighten up their operational workflows to cut internal costs. This is something really important we will have to see in the next months and years. Otherwise, we might be seeing Oatly turn into a zombie company. If you want to learn more about what a zombie company is, check out our video that I've tagged for you right here. If we look at their performance on the stock market, we can see that the stock has gone from an IPO price of $20 to $27 in only 3 weeks, raising their market cap to over $16 billion. This shows us that initially, the stock has been accepted positively by investors. But let's not get too excited about this. A similar company, Beyond Meat, a plant-based meat substitute, had its IPO in May of 2019. Posting a similar opening to the market, the share price nearly tripled in only 3 months, to then drop below IPO prices over the next year. So this could be representative of what the Oatly stock might do. This brings us to our final conclusion of Oatly. Even though the company is doing a fantastic job in creating a lasting moat in its market niche by running advertising campaigns that hit home, and they have a management team that run this company like a family business, they are doing this by creating a net loss. Additionally, with no numbers to give us historical background on their performance, it's really difficult to create reliable forecasts. Remember, this is not financial advice, so be really careful what you do with your money in the stock market. These markets are very, very risky, and you can lose all of your money. Before I would feel fully confident to take on a large position in Oatly, I would want to see them turn around their high operational costs to generate net profit. However, considering the developments in this specific market and seeing the approach Oatly is having in it, I've decided to take a small position in the company with a close eye on its performance and their quarterly and annual results. However, I'm fully aware that this is a very, very risky move and encourage everyone to think closely about their investments and what to do before they actually put some money into the stock. Do your personal research before you invest into any stock on the stock market. But now I want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys consider Oatly to be a good investment? Or are you waiting on an operational turnaround? Or are you waiting on something else to happen in that market industry? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.